There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ImagineEars Disney podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Hello, Susie.
Hello, Matt.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing all right.
Yeah. I feel like the last time we had an episode, we also both had busy weekends, and we just also had really busy weekends again.
Yes, it's the past couple of weeks have been crazy. Like last week,
Yeah.
I was feeling okay, but I had a cough
Mm-hmm.
thanks to EVK, and I still kind of have it. But there was no way I was going to make it through an episode without like hacking up lungs. So. But it's good to be back. But
yeah, it is good to be back.
Crazy busy weekends. Went to a movie last Friday night. You were down in Orlando, I think. Were you there Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you see?
Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
Don't.
No, I'm going to. I have the
right.
AMC thing. I purposefully go and see terrible movies because it's so much fun.
It was something. Yeah.
Here's my opinion, and I haven't even seen this one yet. There's one Jurassic Park movie, not Jurassic World movie, not Jurassic series movie. There's one Jurassic Park movie, and it's the first one.
Yeah, it is a masterpiece.
It really is. I don't know why they kept trying to follow. I mean, I know why they kept trying to follow up. People are going to pay and go see it, but
yeah, and. You know, it's interesting. Like Jurassic World, like they're both of the franchises. I think Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, just completely different philosophies, I guess, of what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, Spielberg had his ideas. No offense to anyone involved with the newer movies, but his ideas were better. Of course, it was Michael Crichton's work, but
correct. Yeah.
But, I mean,
but the effects are way better than the new. The second every single dinosaur in Jurassic World I realized was like CGI. I was like, yeah.
I tweeted about it. I was like, what made the original Jurassic Park great was that it was like rooted. It's rooted in reality. Like, this is believable. Like, there's some science to it, taking, you know, dinosaur DNA from mosquitoes stuck in amber and, like, recreate. Like, it's believable.
Yeah.
And then it's terrifying. Everything goes wrong.
Right.
And then the new ones, it's just one of my favorite videos ever. So there's a series on YouTube. Go look it up. How It Should Have Ended.
I love those.
So the Jurassic World one is fantastic.
I haven't seen that though.
It pinpoints everything that's wrong and like just doesn't make sense. And it doesn't stop at that movie or the next movie or the one that just came out, because there was just so many things and I'm just like, but why?
I mean, outside of people paying to go see it, I agree. Anytime the dinosaurs are not on the island, like they're loose in the city, I don't like that. I didn't like it in Lost World or Lost World, Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, but Well, anyway, there's our movie review for the ImagineEars Disney podcast. But yeah, we had a Saturday was busy too. We had a local Travel Nation meetup at the beach, which didn't come to.
I was at Disney. I was at Typhoon Lagoon, which we'll get to in a little bit. I'm sorry. I really am sorry I missed that. It looked like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, and then yes, I recently just came back from Disney World. Kind of be the main topic of discussion. Well, both topics of discussion this evening will be our recent trips to Disney World. Susie was for entertainment. Mine was for education. So yeah, kind of the best of both worlds. So Susie sent me some photos, so we'll go through a few of those. But so Susie, tell me a little bit about your trip.
I actually booked this trip in like March, I want to say. And originally it was just going to be a 2-day solo trip for me, going down to Epcot to Flower and Garden Festival. But primarily the reason I chose that weekend that I did was because Peter Noon and Herman's Hermits were performing at Garden Rocks as part of the Flower and Garden Festival lineup. I was in the second row, very exciting. So my dad was a big fan of Herman's Hermits and any music from the 60s, a little bit into the 70s. It's what we grew up listening to. So Herman's Hermits was part of was a British invasion band. So that was really fun. And we saw him a couple of years ago all together, and I wanted to go back down now that I can during the summer because of how they restructured annual passes. I was like, well, I want to go see him again because we had a great time all together a couple of years ago. And that was just a really sweet memory with my dad. And so I was at Epcot by myself for almost 12 hours. And I loved it. I got to do what I wanted to do. I did Genie Plus. I know I crap on it all the time, but it actually worked really well that day. I got about 5 attractions in with the Genie Plus, which was good because of the rain. It rained on and off during the day, so things were a little like hit or miss. I wasn't really sure how different attractions and lines were going to work out, so it was really nice to be able to skip those lines throughout the day and not have to worry about the weather.
So what were the 5 attractions that you got?
Okay. I mean, like, let's be honest. A couple of them, it's like, did I really need Genie Plus for it? No, but it was nice. So my first thing I got that morning at 7, it was for a test track at noon. So test track. And then weirdly, instead of 10 or 9 o'clock, like I should have been able to make another selection. It didn't let me do it till 10:30, which was odd. So in the meantime, I did Standby for Soarin', which was like 15 minutes. But then I did Spaceship Earth so that's 2 for Genie Plus. I did Finding Nemo. Like, I didn't really need it, but I did. There was something else. I had to do Test Track again because it got rained out the first time. So I had to find a guest experience thing later in the day and give them my sad story, because I had to leave while the ride was shut down because I had placed a mobile order for food hours before and my food was ready. I already paid for it. And I was like, I have to go. I can't wait around for the rain to clear. And then I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I needed to kill a little bit of time, and it was a little rainy, and there was a lightning lane for something inside. And I don't like it, but I did it anyway. I did Journey into Imagination, you guys, voluntarily. Friggin' Figment. Hold on real quick. Tay said, you got to do Guardians, Susie. I have done Guardians. I did the pass holder preview. I actually got a boarding group, but it conflicted with my dinner time, and then the concert was right after that. So I wasn't really able to ride it on Saturday. But if I had, honest to goodness, that would have been just the fullest Epcot day. Oh, I also did Grand Fiesta Tour. Like, I just walked around and did whatever I wanted to. Genie Plus really did make the day a little easier, especially again because of the rain, and being able to pass all the lines because everyone went to do stuff inside. So it worked out.
And you did the dining package for the concert?
I did. Yeah, that was the last second plan because I started looking at the weather and there was a show at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 o'clock. And it was supposed to rain between like 4:30 and 5:30, and then again around like 6 o'clock. And if I had done the standby, I would have been standing in the rain waiting to get in to get a seat. And even then, the seats aren't guaranteed. And I didn't want to waste an hour of my day standing in line in the rain. So I decided to do the dining package. So the only option available was Rose and Crown, which worked out because I was seeing a British invasion band. So why not eat in the UK? So for $60, you get a non-alcoholic beverage, a appetizer, an entree, a dessert, and then you get priority seating for the show, which again is how I ended up being on the second row. I was like the sixth person in line, and everyone there was probably, so I'm 28. They were all at least 35 to 40 years older than me. But it was great.
Not 35 to 40 years old, 35 to 40 years
older than me.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lady and her husband behind me who were on holiday from Scarborough in England. So we talked about music and everything, which was great. But honestly, I've never done the dining package before for anything. I think $60 for the amount of food I got, for the fact I didn't have to stress out about my seating. I didn't have to worry with it raining. It was 100% worth it.
I mean, was it a packed out show?
The 8 o'clock got pretty full. Yeah. The others weren't as full. And I suspect because of the rain a little bit. I mean, we saw them leaving, and it had stopped raining by then, but
it was the weather.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Okay. All I'm saying is God bless Herman's Hermits, but Disney needs to step up.
I mean, I agree.
The
you don't want to go see Daughtry and the plain white tees and
no.
And I mean, I agree. It's mostly the same artists every year. They keep returning. Like again, they performed a very similar set to the one I saw 4 years ago. But it was just so much fun. He is such a good performer. He was dancing around the stage. There are people there who are in their 60s and 70s just fangirling out. It was so cute and just a fun time. But again, I wasn't planning on doing the dining package, but it was available at the last second. So with the rain creeping in and just the uncertainty, I was like, let's just do this. I'm going to treat myself to a little vegetarian British meal and have a good evening.
Yeah. Comments. They need to get Outcast to perform. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Probably not, though.
I mean, they get really good celebrities for the candlelight processional readings.
Yeah. I just don't know why they can't do the same thing
for the other concert series. I don't know.
I don't know. But email your Disney representative and make changes.
Yeah.
Well, anything else about your trip that you would like to share?
I would. So, again, I said it started off as a solo trip. So I was going to go to Magic Kingdom the next day for a couple of hours by myself and then come home. But about a month ago, my friend Honor and her husband Billy, and they have two girls, Holly, and then my goddaughter Veronica. Honor's like, we may want to go to a water park this summer at Disney. And I said, what are you doing the weekend of June 10th and 11th? So they came down Friday afternoon, stayed in my hotel room with me. And then Saturday we went to Typhoon Lagoon. I haven't been to Typhoon Lagoon in, oh my gosh, more than 10 years.
Looks like it was super busy.
Yeah, we got there when they opened, by the way. I have all kinds of water park tips, you guys. It'd been so long since I'd been. but yeah, we got there when they opened so we could get over and get some chairs in the shade so that our stuff isn't going to be in the sun all day. The first 2 hours of the park being open, I don't think any wait time was more than 10 or 15 minutes. The only one that was a little long was there's like a family raft ride, and that's because it takes a while for the lifeguards to like pull the rafts out of the water, give it to you, and you have to like basically roll it up the stairs. So it's not that there were a lot of people, it's just kind of a slow process. But we had so much fun, and their girls are 5 and 2 and could ride almost anything. Not the 2-year-old. Anything that she could sit on someone's lap for, she could ride. Lazy River, the family raft ride. They have a little kid raft ride through the little kiddie area. That was really cute. Or tube ride. We got a lot done, and we were only there for a couple of hours because the rain rolled in and the girls were tired, and that was our plan all along. But holy crap, Typhoon Lagoon's food is so good. I was not expecting much as a vegetarian. They had 4 plant-based options. I got the crabless crab cakes. And if you're wondering, what does that taste like?
Does it taste right here?
Yep. Yes. Okay, so it comes with fries, and then that is a lime coleslaw. And you can see there's like a salsa on it. And then I also got a side of cauliflower tabbouleh, which was delicious. But I've never had actual crab cakes, so I don't have a point of reference on how accurate they are. But
crab with a K.
Right. Honor had a bite, and Honor's had crab, and Honor really liked it. So I guess it tasted really good. But yeah, at a water park, that was delicious. Like that was like top-notch vegan food. So well done, Typhoon Lagoon.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Had a
Well,
good time.
Sounds like you had an eventful trip, a good trip.
It was a really good trip, yeah.
Yep.
That was all for entertainment.
True.
Tell us about your education trip.
Yeah, absolutely. So, myself and a couple of leadership from Travel Nation went down, and we met with one of the coordinators and for Disney's Imagination campus. So this was really shut down during COVID, and they took that time to kind of retheme and rebrand. And it is officially back. So if you don't know what this is, if you've been in Magic Kingdom and you have seen a high school marching band come down the street, that is what this program is. But they offer so much more than that as well. If you've been in Disney Springs and you've seen a chorus or a dance team or a band play there, this is also part of that program. So there is a performance side of things for it, but there is also a kind of education per se, but it's more fun education. Like they do classes in leadership and teamwork, and then theme park building and technology.
Okay.
Roller coaster physics, stuff like that. So
that is cool.
Yeah, it's and they're gonna keep adding some new things. They did let us know that they were going to be adding kind of 3 more to the program. They haven't decided exactly what they're going to do with them yet, so I don't know what those are. But I'll kind of just briefly go over the big ones. So obviously, music programs from schools is a big thing. If high school marching bands, so marching down Main Street, that is one of the big things. But then if you don't have a marching band, you can also do like a little concert band thing as well. You can do live performances, but then they also do, and we actually stepped in, pull a picture here. So this is the setup that they had for, it's actually recording.
Oh my gosh. I'm just getting all kinds of flashbacks now.
So it's really organized, really well put together. way ahead of the trip, you'll get information on it, and then Disney ahead of time will know exactly how many people are in your band, how your room at the school is set up, and then they will set it up that way. So literally all they had to do was come in with their instruments, sit down like they would in class. And the session is run by a professional Disney recording artist. So I can't remember the guy's name that was doing this one, but he's been with Disney for a very long time. And then he also publishes music for marching bands across the country, and is actually the fourth largest publisher in the country for that. So he was so good with the kids, just for the brief time that we were in there. But so I think it lasts 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And so they go through, they sight read some stuff, and what they do is, they teach they kind of put the kids in an environment of a professional musician, where most of the time you are going to be sight reading stuff for the first time, and then you play it that's it.
Yeah.
So at the end of their program there, they record a selection of music from a Disney movie, typically animated film. And then they sync it up with that film. So they watch the portion of the movie, and the music that you hear is them.
That's so cool.
And then they send the recording over to the leader of the group, so when they get back home, they can have that and just kind of keep it. So yeah, it's a very unique way of doing it. And then they do the same thing for the choral programs. Exact same thing. It's really great, and they're set up. Thought I'd done. Yep, there we go. This is the setup that they have for the choral programs, and then this is also their dance studio as well. So
nice.
So vocal, instrumental, dance, those are the big three that they have for that portion of the program. But then they also do kind of seminars on leadership and team building, and they do theme park design. And real quick, for the leadership and team building, so this is where you can get really creative with who you bring in. So we were actually, when we were in the Magic Kingdom, and we observed a theme park design class, a portion of that. So they had these rooms set up, and before they came into this room, they were working with a rep from Disney, and just kind of going over, what is theme park design. And it's, it's not just about rides. It's, food and beverage, and maintenance, and, planning, and restrooms and stuff. So what they do is they give them kind of a board, and then they can design their own theme park and kind of plan that out. And then they come back in this room, and they actually do kind of a live 3D model of their park. So it's pretty cool.
So cool.
The group that was in there was a Girl Scout troop from Idaho.
Ooh, woohoo! Go girls!
Yep. And then we also got to take a look at one of the classrooms that they did for some of the other seminars, the leadership and the team building, but then also the tech seminar. They showed us a few things. So one of the things they talk about, one of the big things, obviously, because you have a very short amount of time to go through information.
Right.
So what they're trying to talk about is not necessarily new technology, but how you can use existing technology to its fullest. So Soarin' is a prime example of that. The Imagineer who came up with that ride literally took an erector set and kind of built it. So they used that as a demo. And then since they had Soarin', one of the things we did get to see was one of the old smell canisters. So this canister is actually one from the last week of operation of Soarin' over California in Walt Disney World. They took them out and they saved them.
That's so cool.
And this was the orange scent going over the orange groves. And they opened it up and it still smells like oranges. And they said much less potent than what it used to be. But it you can still smell it and it's pretty strong.
Crazy.
But yeah, just using concepts like this, simple concepts, like not necessarily cutting edge technology, but just stuff that is, and they even said it, sometimes the old technology is more reliable.
Yeah.
And, American Adventure, I think, is a perfect example of that. And how that show, it is a mechanical marvel, how that thing is done. So, but yeah, I mean, there's literally something for everyone. So this is shameless plug. If you're listening and you have kids that are in music program at school and you want to come to Disney and you want to march down Main Street, or if you just want to come do another live performance, do one of the recording sessions. Same thing with the chorus, high school chorus and choir, dance teams. But then even some of the smaller groups at your school. So, science clubs, those are perfect opportunities to come down and really get something different. People, I think of Disney World as just the vacation kingdom.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than that. They offer so much more than that.
Yeah. I was just sitting here thinking, you can't even think of how many things are going on that resort property at any given time. It's not just the, thousands and thousands of people there vacationing. There's there's conferences, there's professional things, there's competitions. Everyone has seen the cheerleaders, down for different things. There's so many things that go on at Walt Disney World that are not Mickey Mouse related, and they're in a unique way like that.
Yep. So the operators were so into it. It's just such a unique program. And they're there to go to the parks. They,
ultimately, yes.
But they come and then they find out, this is cool too. So it makes it a unique experience for them while they're down there. So yeah.
Huh. Wow. We were so busy.
Yep.
We did so many things.
It was a busy weekend for sure.
Oh gosh. Yeah. And this is also, I have to say, I didn't earlier. This is the first time I've been to Disney in the summer in over 10 years.
It's a little warm.
It is very hot. And it rains every afternoon in Florida, which we knew. It literally rained today here, but I don't miss the crowds, the heat, and the rain from going during the summer, but still had a good time. You just have to roll with the punches.
Yeah, and that's just a reminder, by the way, guys, for all of you who are planning to come to Disney World now, spring is gone. It is over. So it is starting to get really, really hot. And when we were
literally
hot as a group the other day, we could feel it. So stay hydrated, and it's supposed to get even warmer the next week or so.
Here in Jacksonville, we're hitting 100 next week.
Yeah, we're supposed to hit 100 next week, which means the heat index is going to be 112.
Mm-hmm.
So, it literally is dangerous. So please take as many precautions as you can. Pack those waters. Stay hydrated. Do those cool packs. Get one of the spray fans. Whatever it takes to keep you comfortable.
The little refreshers around the world at Epcot.
Yes.
Are helpful as well. David Dollar has made his presence known. Yes, I ran into David and Jen from Main Street Electrical Pod. We took a picture and I was wearing a poncho. David said Susie had on the poncho. I wondered how she wasn't dying even in the rain. Fun story about the poncho. I wear a fanny pack when I go to Disney because I don't want a big bulky backpack. There we are. Look at those good looking kids.
Aw. Good to see Dave.
Yeah.
Hope he's on the mend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We had been praying for Dave last week. Everything was didn't know what was going on for a second.
Well. Dave wasn't feeling well, and we're glad he's doing better. So
but I had a brand new poncho, not one of the y'all saw it wasn't the little like 99-cent ones. It's the reusable kind. I took it out of the pack because it just started to rain, and I was like, I'm getting ahead of this. I am way getting ahead of the rain. I put on the poncho and it stopped raining. And I went into test track, and then it got stopped eventually because of the rain. But now I have a poncho I can't fold back into my fanny pack. So I tucked it into my belt behind me with the fanny pack. I just looked like a dork all day. So
crazy.
Yeah. I know. What a crazy girl walking around with a fanny pack and a poncho.
Well, it was a good time.
Yeah.
So again, Susie had the kind of the entertainment fun side of things, and I had the edutainment, but I think that it just shows what Disney World can offer for literally everyone. So if you guys what
David Dollar. Oh, thanks to Matt for reaching out to ask how I was doing. Susie didn't, but I figured she had her reasons for not caring as much. I didn't see it until like after the fact. Matt texted me. He was like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "No." But you know what? Now I'm publicly saying that I prayed for you, David Dollar. The Lord knew. That's all you needed.
Susie, my computer is doing that weird thing again. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, now I get to be on my little soapbox for a second. I know you're feeling better. I saw you, and I'm glad everything's going good there. Okay, good. He's back.
Hold
on. We got to switch sides. It weirds me out. There we go. Anywho, are we all back to everything okay?
Yeah, we're good. So, we're going to wrap it up anyway. So, yeah, 2023 Disney packages are available. So, if you guys are thinking about coming to Disney World in 2023, shoot us an email. Our email is ImagineEarsPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know the dates that you would like to travel, and we will get you hooked up with your next Disney vacation package. Mm-hmm. And same goes if you listen to this episode and you have kids in band or school groups, or if you're in school currently and you want to have the best trip ever, talk to your band director, send him or her our way, and we would be happy to get you down to Disney World so you can do all of these wonderful programs. So, yeah.
Oh, and on top of that, I'll also say, just to plug the water parks, if you want to add that to your trip, you guys, a water park ticket. Right now it's just Typhoon Lagoon. Blizzard Beach is not back open, but a one-day ticket is like $70, and I'm telling you, totally worth it. And if you're a Florida resident, they have a deal going on where it's 2 days for the price of one. There is a expiration date on having to use both days. I think it's within like a 30-day or a 6-week time period. I can't remember, but so Florida residents could go to Typhoon Lagoon 2 days for like $65 or $70. So
yeah,
just saying. Add that
Angela, I'm adding your tickets this week, so we'll get your room reservation that you already have, get like that locked into a package. And then Tay, are you all watching the new Big Blue and Beyond anytime soon. Yes, as soon as I can get a Animal Kingdom Day, going to see that for sure. Susie, we should go.
What is it? Show. Oh, is that the Nemo?
Finding Nemo, yeah, it's back.
Okay.
Take that back.
The old show was fine.
So it's, from what I understand, it's pretty much the same thing, but it's just shortened down to 25 minutes. So
yeah, because it was long. It was long.
Yeah, I'm fine with the length of the show. Just make the theater more comfortable, because it was the metal bleachers.
Yeah.
It's not like the Frozen sing-along where you're in like
an actual theater.
Seats. Yes. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but yeah, we will definitely have to do a review of that soon. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight and every single week. So we appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, you can find us by searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast on any of our podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Wherever you like to listen, you can find us, again, by searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast. Leave us a review, tell us what you love about the show, and connect with us on social media as well. Again, you can find us by just searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And then we have our Discord channel. I think we haven't had a movie the past couple of weeks, but we are coming back this week. Special request from our good friend over in the UK, over in Ireland, Claire. Since UK is celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of the Queen, she wanted to have a UK-based movie. So there are a few of those, and we watched at least a couple of them. We watched Robin Hood not too long ago. Sword in the Stone was close, was a close pick, but we are actually going for Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. So this Friday night we'll be watching Bed Knobs and Broomsticks at 8:00 Eastern. So come join our Discord channel and we'll chat during the movie while we watch it on Disney Plus. So speaking of Disney Plus, tomorrow, new episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh my gosh.
We'll definitely have to have a episode after that wrapped up and to discuss all of that.
All I'm saying is everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but anyone with negative thoughts and criticism of this show is objectively wrong. No, there's one criticism I actually have, and it's the same it's a criticism I had from Boba Fett. Sometimes these chase scenes, I don't know who coordinates those, but they are not great. But
my only complaint is they killed the character that technically didn't die.
He can't
be
dead.
So he has to be still alive. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. That's why I'm not throwing out any names. But we will talk about this once this season of Obi-Wan wraps here soon.
Good. It's so good.
But anyway, well, we're going to wrap this up tonight. So thank you, everybody. We look forward to coming at you next week with another episode. But until then, friends, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.